A filibuster is an action such as a prolonged speech that does not breach any procedures, but it does obstruct progress in a legislative assembly. And Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance Gail Teixeira contended that this is a tactic being used to deliberately delay the work of the government in the National Assembly. She said this during a Newsroom Insider interview aired on Sunday night.
But what we're experiencing this time is a filibuster. And so what the opposition has been doing for the last 3 sittings, this is a pattern emerging of a filibuster. And that's part of the tactic of trying to make the country ungovernable. So the view that government has an agenda, it'll have budget coming up, it'll have laws, it'll have motions and stuff like that. The filibuster is to ensure that as many people speak on an item. So if in a normal sitting you could get through X items, you cannot. It'll take you 3-4 sittings to get through that. That is a deliberate parliamentary tactic. For me, having been around a while, is that this is a clear emergence of the tactic. To put 14 people who are talking nothing about the issue, talking about other issues, but it's just time. Building time, wasting time to make sure. So we've closed Parliament at, 4:30 on August the 10th. We had an extension because it starts, the recess starts at midnight on August the 9th. We left back 4 bills that could not be concluded.
This was seen during the 30th and 31st sitting of the National Assembly of the 12th Parliament of Guyana, the last 2 sittings of the National Assembly before the ongoing recess. During the motion to adopt and implement the recommendations from the Commission of Inquiry report into the assassination of Dr. Walter Rodney, for example, there were 12 speakers. 3 of those speakers were from the government side of the House, while 9 were from the APNU+AFC opposition. And the discussions lasted from 19 hours on Monday to 12:40 hours on Tuesday morning. Minister Teixeira also said that she has engaged the Clerk of the National Assembly, Sherlock Isaacs, on developing words that are unparliamentary to maintain a level of decorum in the House.
We borrowed from the British, which is their words from the 1800s, which they don't use anymore either. But words that are here in our country are loaded. So if I say racist, that's a loaded word in our country. It may not be in Britain, who knows, I don't care. But there are certain words here that are loaded. So when you're talking, you're making comments about other people's religion that is denigrating those religions and vilifying them or casting shadows on them, when the Constitution is clear. You cannot vilify another religion. Cannot in this country. The issue of freedom of expression. But and you as a journalist would know this better in many ways, what is the borderline of freedom of expression? How far do we go when we're taking away someone else's freedom or denying other people's freedoms?
Parliamentarians will return to the National Assembly from their recess in October. Then it is expected that the motions that were not debated will then be discussed alongside other matters of importance. Reporting for the newsroom, I am Vishani Ragabir.